Then I get that, which is this one,
Yeah.
and on installation where the other one was leaking from, this one just completely snapped apart.
During the installation, the first time.
Yes. So
It's the product defect or something,
yeah,
you
and
think?
it's well, I mean, even on some of the other YouTube videos with car guys and stuff that are saying they're getting bad parts out of the box.
Mm.
So I mean, there's obviously some design problems or manufacturing problems that are getting, well, it would appear to be worse as
Yeah.
time going along here. So
So that's the water valve.
yeah,
What's the part called? This one?
well, it's a diverter valve.
Diverter valve.
So it basically switches between the tank fill and city water. The 3 times. Well, actually, the first time we ordered this, we ordered 2 of them because they were leaking here in this trailer and another trailer in the park. So we ordered 3. Sorry, we ordered 2, and they only shipped 1. So then I had to go through the process of, letting Amazon know we only received 1. They sent another replacement, and the replacement that they sent for the missed order, when we installed it, it actually leaked from this part. So the most basic ones out there have a connection for your city water, and then you can fill your freshwater tank and run your pump from there. And we've got one next door that's a little bit different. I'll show you what that one looks like. Okay, so this is the other style. This is a docking station. And so it has a lever down here where you can see it's set to city water right now, a little dirty. And when you want to fill the tank, you just flip the lever. Now these are a little bit different. And I'm going to show you actually how they work, because this one's just been recently fixed and we've got another one that's ripped apart right now. That tank fill lever switches over to one side of this valve, and then the city just lets water run through the trailer so you can have the good water pressure. If you've got good water pressure in the park you're staying at, we have about 50 psi here at our park. We moved the panel, and so here was the temporary fix for this. So from the outside you can see this is where the hose is coming in. And so what I did is I hooked it to the tank fill. So this is the tank fill in this trailer. It goes down through the floor so that I have a check valve on this line, because this is the one that runs off of the tank. And when the pressure pump comes on, if this line does not have a check valve on it, it will just continue to run. So you could put it in a loop and think that, you could connect those 2 lines together after you fill the tank and you would think it would pressurize, but it won't, because the water will just circulate continuously. You need to have a check valve on this line. This is the one that broke, and where it broke, right there. So that's the piece that snapped off. Lovely plastic fixtures. It's always great to use plastic with plumbing. This is hopefully one that's not going to leak. So we're going to put the new valve in, and I am going to face it out. I've got to move the check valve that's on the right hand side of the valve over to the left hand side, and then I'm just going to put the elbow on the other. I'll show you as it goes together here what it's going to look like. But in the event that you don't have, if you can't get one of these valves and you have one of these systems, this is the trick. So again, a check valve on the tank line, and you can fill the tank here, and the water's turned off right now because this tank is full, but, well, it was full yesterday. It's probably 3/4 full still, but it's time to have regular water pressure again. The pumps are all right, but they're not as good as having the city hookup. So we'll put it all together, and before I actually mounted in. I'll show you what it looks like hooked up. Okay, folks, let's do this here. Okay, so valve's in. I still have to put the screws in on the outside and put the lever on. So this check valve right here, this is the side that the pump runs on. So the freshwater tank needs to have the check valve so that it will not allow water to flow back through. So that line there is the one that goes to the pump. Alrighty. Now this other side on this particular system, this is the one. We'll trace this line down and it goes down into the belly. And that's the one that fills the tank. So by flipping the lever from one side to the other, you either fill the tank or you run off city. And we are going to finish putting this in, and I will show you on the outside how it actually works after it's done. And that's that. This white pipe is really awful that the RV industry uses. It's a different OD to PEX. This one had to be recrimped because it was leaking. Happens with them all the time. Something you have to keep an eye on. And this is the typical kind of mess that you can find when you start opening up a RV and how they put them together. So anyway, we're going to button this up and we will make sure that the city water is working. The fresh tank is still half full. Okay, so it's getting dark. Now you can see I've got it on tank fill. You can hear it. We're filling the tank back up, and then we'll switch over to city. I already checked inside to make sure there was no leaks. I've got the pump turned on right now, and everything is working fine on that side of life. And as soon as my tank is full again, because I like keeping a full belly of water in case something like this happens again, I will switch over to city and we'll be back in business for a nice high pressure shower because we have a household rain head in our RV and it is much nicer when it's hooked up to city water.
Lots of pressure. 3 times is lucky. It's working. The water is normal. There's no leaking anywhere. And now the trailer is hooked up to the city water. Yay!